Hey, what's up guys? Hop for TFBTV. Got something a little different for you today. This is a Ruger LCPII, which you've probably seen before, except this one is chambered in 22 long rifle. Let's get up close and take a look at it because it's very small. So while Taurus and kel-tec are making high-capacity suppressor-ready tactical 22s, and Glock is making a Rimfire Glock 19 trainer, here comes Ruger with some kind of modern Saturday night special. I cannot imagine that anyone was asking for a version of the LCPII chambered in 22 long rifle, but they made one anyway. I have to bust out the G word again. This is a granny gun. Basically a carry piece for recoil-shy shooters with limited hand strength. A rimfire gun this tiny isn't a good plinker. It's not accurate or capable enough to be a survival or kit gun. It even comes with a pocket holster in the box, so clearly it's intended for concealed carry. What this really reminds me of is the AMT Backup II. I have one of the original AMT's single-action backups in .380, but there was a version of this gun that was identical in all respects, but chambered in 22 long rifle. Now the AMT Backup is a horrifically bad gun, extremely unreliable, heavy, difficult, and painful to shoot. I used to carry one loaded with Corbon Powerball because it was almost reliable and I have some kind of death wish. The Backup 22 was a 10-shot 22 long rifle version of the original .380 Backup, just like the LCP 22 is a 10-shot 22 long rifle version of the Ruger LCPII. It's like pottery, it rhymes. If a shooter is too recoil sensitive or has limited hand strength, a .380 pocket pistol can be really difficult to operate and painful to shoot. The LCP 22 is similar in size to an LCP II, but it has a very lightweight recoil spring, so it's very easy to chamber around and recoil is very minimal. The slide also has subtle wings on the back that give you a little extra grip. The magazines are a bit tough to load on their own, and the thin metal feed lips will shred your gloves or fingers, but Ruger includes a little plastic mag loader to make it easier and more comfortable to load. I gotta say it's pretty funny that the LCP 22 has the same 10-round magazine capacity as a Mark IV or an SR22. I hope more manufacturers get on board with Taurus and kel-tec and bring the 22 pistol into the 21st century. Come on guys, it's current year. Guns this big shouldn't have magazines this small anymore, alright? The LCP 22 has a manual safety that the LCP II doesn't have. The safety lever slides forward and backwards instead of pivoting up and down. It's fairly convenient to push the safety forwards into the firing position while drawing or from a firing grip. The downside is that, at least for me, it's very easy to accidentally put the safety on while racking the slide. During administrative handling, that's not a problem, but if you need to rack the slide to clear a jam or clear a dud cartridge, you're going to have a dead trigger. The LCP 22 also has a magazine disconnect, which seems very unnecessary, especially on top of the manual safety lever. Shooting the LCP 22 is kind of a non-experience. The trigger is fine, the sights are about what you'd expect. They're tiny and have no contrast, but thankfully the rear is serrated and you can paint the front ramp day-glow orange to make them easier to use. The LCP 22 has a good grip texture and the magazines have extended floor plates so you can get a solid two-finger grip on it, and of course recoil is minimal. The LCP 22 is locked breech short recoil instead of straight blowback, which further diminishes the already slight recoil of the 22 long rifle. You also get a lot of flash with the extremely short barrel, which is fun. Okay, let's try out this LCP 222. So it's loaded with a 10-round magazine of CCI Minimag 40 grain solid, so no excuses whatsoever if we have failures with this ammunition. What did I just say? Reliability with the LCP 22 was mediocre. I had a bunch of light primer strikes with a variety of ammo, as did TFB writer Luke, who has a sample gun as well. Occasionally, while clearing rounds after a light strike, the LCP 22 would have a failure to extract. In about 350 rounds of Federal high-velocity bulk, CCI Minimag, and Winchester PowerPoint, I was getting a light strike maybe once every 2 to 3 magazines. And that's a Federal. Obviously, this isn't encouraging for what is nominally a concealed carry gun. Personally, I think the concerns about dud rounds in quality defensive 22 loads are overblown. I have yet to see a bad primer with quality CCI ammunition, but the trade-off for the light recoil of the 22 long rifle is that even the good guns seem to run the ragged edge of reliability. The LCP-22 is weird. I don't really see why Ruger bothered to make it, but I guess it's possible it was a quick and dirty conversion from the LCP-II, and doesn't really cost them much if it turns out not to sell. Should you buy one? No, I honestly can't think of a reason to. There are cheaper and much better rimfire plinkers out there. As a carry gun, the LCP-22 doesn't seem effective or reliable enough. For the granny gun market, or really any recoil-shy shooter with limited hand strength, they would be better served with a larger gun in .380, such as the Sky CPX-3, Ruger LCPII, or the Smith & Wesson Easy .380. If a pocket .380 is too difficult to operate and shoot, I think you should step up to a larger gun with a softer recoil spring, instead of stepping down from .380 ACP to 22 long rifle. Well, boys and girls, thanks for watching. A big thank you to Ventura Munitions for sponsoring TFBTV and providing ammunition for these reviews. And thanks to everybody who supports us directly via Subscribestar and Patreon. Links to all of this special stuff is in the video description. You can also find us on Discord, BitChute, Gunstreamer, and wherever fine internet videos are hosted. See you next time.